Hey Cassie, have you ever wished that you could sometimes have the proportionate strength and stamina of the animal that is nature's treasure? Squirrels.
I mean...
Too late. I have. And guess what? We recently had the opportunity to meet up with Erica Henderson, the artist of the Unbeatable Squirrel, to chop it up about the Marvel title and get the lowdown on how she got started in the comics industry.
I was wondering where the squirrel thing was going. I get it now. Yeah. The Unbeatable Squirrel is a comic released by Marvel in 2015 after some shifts in tone and strategy for some of their books. The comic has seen rave reviews for its fresh, fun take within the Marvel universe and even won an Eisner in 2017 for Best Publication for Teens.
Everyone, enjoy this interview. It's nuts.
I fucking hate you.
Hi everybody, welcome back to the Skybound Insider. I'm Ruth Ann Thompson and we are here with Erica Henderson.
Hi.
We are at the Skybound Lounge, so everybody's having a great time, a little loud in here, but we're gonna have an interview. We're super excited.
Yeah.
Thank you again for joining us.
I'm excited to be here.
Yeah.
I'm not sitting on those bad plastic chairs anymore, so it's great.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to see nice break.
I'm way into it.
We got the swanky chairs for you. Ready to go. So a lot of people know you from Squirrel Girl.
True.
But what I didn't even know until I started researching you is that you've been a little bit of everything. So you were a intern with Venture Brothers for the third season.
Yep.
You did set dressing for Underdog.
I did. I was an intern on that too.
Yeah, you were
so it was a weird thing where, because of the strict unions, there wasn't a lot I could do. So there were a few things I was able to do and other things where I just sort of watched from the side and I was like, that'd be cool.
Yeah, that'd be cool if I could help, but not allowed to.
I guess I'll just look at you for a while.
Yeah, but you were able to do a lot more as an intern for Venture Brothers, right?
Yeah, that was cool because especially at one point, suddenly all the artists were on vacation at the same time. So they were like, can you do some inking and work on these character design pages?
That's so cool.
Yeah.
Just yes I can.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, and going back to how everything started for you. So you actually came from a fairly artistic home because your mom was in fashion.
Yeah, she's a pattern maker, which is the person who takes the design from the designer, the quick little drawing they do, and then figures out how it actually works.
Yeah.
What all the separate little fabric pieces are.
So
that's what she did for forever.
Yeah, and then and your dad also was a sci-fi writer, correct?
He's a writer, yep.
Yeah. So you grew up in a very artistic household. So what was the first thing that you're just I know what I want to do? Was there, or did you kind of find your way?
I knew I wanted to draw. My mom was very career oriented. She didn't want me doing what my dad was doing because he was freelance. She was like, you need a real job. So that didn't work out so well for her. But when I got to college age or applying for college age, I wound up actually studying film and animation because I was like, okay, this is a job I can get.
Yeah.
But then I hated it.
Oh no, yeah.
Well, I really like movies. I think I learned valuable things being there. Mm-hmm. But the problem was you have to work with 500 people and you're one tiny little peg in this big machine. And I realized what I liked was storytelling, and with comics, you're doing half of it.
Yeah.
Half or all of it, Yeah,
so it's not you're just one piece of a whole team and kind of lost in the...
Yeah, you look at Pixar, you're oh, I did the lighting on this one character's hair
for
3 years. Yeah. And I'm that sounds horrible. I mean, people like it, but I don't want to do that.
Yeah, that's not for
it's not for me.
So talk a little bit about because I was reading some of your inspirations of anime and that kind of stuff, and the Dragon Ball Z fan.
Yep.
So what other inspirations do you take and kind of bring into your style?
Oh man, I think it's funny, depending on what I'm working on, I'll have different things out around me.
How about for Squirrel Girl?
I like artists who have good energy in their work.
Yeah.
So often I have my Akira books out, anything Otomo.
Yeah.
Bruce Timm stuff is all amazing. That same vein, Darwin Cook and all those, the way they're able to pare down what's on the page so you know exactly what's happening by looking at it.
Yeah,
that
you can
stuff's
sense
great.
The story and the energy that
where
you don't
need to read it.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I had a copy of Castle in the Sky.
Yes.
But I didn't have subtitles. It was just a Japanese copy.
Yeah.
And like I watched it all the time. And I didn't need to know what it said because I could tell. You could tell what's happening. And then once I finally got like, you know, the ones that Disney released with like dubs and subtitles, like I was like, oh,
so that's what I'm saying. But I still understood. Yeah,
I
so you
already
still got
knew
it.
this.
Yeah.
Like there's some details I missed because like they can't get everything across, but all the broad strokes are there.
Yeah.
It's so good.
And it's interesting you brought up the artist energy, because what everybody says about you is that you have such great energy and you're so much fun and so positive. And that's one of the things that people talk about that love about Squirrel Girl, because she's so optimistic and just so like, I got this, and like just so positive.
I mean, a lot of that is Ryan. So,
Yeah.
but it's also like, you know, I've got to like tell that story.
Yeah. Do you feel like as the artist, and because she's so positive, like does it kind of bring more positivity into your day of like kind of designing like the artwork for her?
I feel like at a certain point it's like hard to separate yourself, but I think it's true because like I love horror, but I wouldn't be able to do something as long as like Walking Dead because I can't. Because you have to get into the head of what's happening.
Yeah.
And like, I don't know if I can be that miserable like every day, you know?
It's hard, yeah. I definitely like have to have like a show or something that I watch after, or like a fun comic book to read afterwards, because it's like, oh.
Right, it's like
it's just exhausting.
and that would be like every hour of your day,
Yeah.
like putting that out there. It's like, yeah, I think that is a part of it. I think you're right.
Yeah.
Now that I've gone through it in my head.
Kind of thought through it, yeah. So do you have a dream project or dream team that you would love to work with?
Oh man.
Tough one.
Well, I don't know about like my all-time dream, but my friend Kyle Starks, who I'm actually about to work with on something, and he's done stuff for Image. He did this book, Rock Candy Mountain just finished, and Sex Castle.
Yeah.
But he does like very much 80s action movie oriented stuff, and we've been talking about working together for like 5 years. And we're finally gonna do it. And it's very different from the energy of Squirrel Girl, because it's like very much about like action movie kind of feel. But I think it's gonna be really fun because like it's something that I've been talking about with a friend who I get along with really well since we've known each other.
That's great.
Dream project is hard to say because like I feel like until you're in it, you don't know what something's like, you know?
Yeah.
Like, and a lot of times people ask me like, hey, what do you want to draw for like a book? I'm like, I don't know, I want to draw a good book, and if I'm not, like I want the subject to be good, but if there's stuff in there that I'm not good at drawing, that doesn't bother me too much because I want to be good at drawing it, and I can only do that by drawing it a lot. I'm not going to do it on my own because I'm not good at drawing it, and it's hard to do.
Yeah.
So like, in a weird way, I like embrace these things that are like out of my comfort zone because it makes me do it.
If you loved hearing Erica speak about her career as much as we did, then head on over to skybound.com to watch the full interview, along with a ton of other additional uncut chats.
Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment below, and hey, go out and support weird, different, unique, and creative comics. We'll be back next week, so come back and give us a watch. Bye-bye.